So Atlanta getting 3 offensive rebounds right there. But this is classic Caitlin Clark, and Te-Hina Paopao is going to learn very quickly that you go on.
Angel, great to have Tabitha Turner and Autumn Johnson here with you for the final preseason game.
And Clark coming off the screen, you know this is what she loves to get the call. Cece with the handles behind the back.
The dish on the inside to Sophie Cunningham, the biggest lead for Indiana.
Gets it to go, and right here just creates her own assists, finding Lexi Hull.
Here. Caitlin Clark, you see just a great little rub screen by Aaliyah Boston.
Ends up caroming to Hull. Here's Clark in transition. Clark, oh, what a look! And Hull lays it in.
Clark led the league in assists a season ago. A little look, fake, and finish from Hull.
Her passing and the way that makes her a threat from so many different places on the floor. Clark, little mid-range, is good. The quarter, Caitlin Clark, 12 in the half. Here's Clark, 4 seconds left. Clark fires. You bet! Clark drills the 3 to end the second.
Screen set by Aaliyah Boston. That's a tough shot. Keeners right there to contest it. Simply doesn't matter. Have players who can play around you, read the situation, make the cut. You see the side spin. I thought Paige Beckers was solid. I thought she had a solid first game.
Clark looking to shake Vandersloot. Step back is good. Caitlin Clark, a logo bomb as Caitlin Clark closes in on a triple-double. 2 assists, 1 rebound away. Clark leading Mitchell for the lay, and the building is up for grabs. Guarded by Atkins. Atkins gets a poke on it. Here's Clark firing and hitting. So 3 to go in the 4th. Clark says, you're going to give me that space. I'm going to do this. 4th 3 of the game.
Without Jordan Canada on the floor, this is not how Atlanta is going to look as the season goes on, playing with 2 bigs. I think they'll make some adjustments, but they are doing a good job playing with 2 bigs so far.
And there's Clark turning the corner, getting to the rim and drawing the foul. Today, her 3rd career triple-double, and she really set the tone against Chicago.
They almost didn't get across midcourt.
Alicia Gray has it denied. Austin sends it back. Clark with numbers. Bounce pass Howard.
Different times during the game. Situational defense will be better because they have all those things. I think that's a combination of why they're going to have a much better defensive effort.
And there's Clark with a beautiful find inside to Aaliyah Boston. Clark inside, Hull runs into traffic, flips it up, draws a foul, and 1. Lexi Hull, the circus shot goes. 31 here to Atlanta. Dug themselves into an early hole here. Clark looking to get going. Oh, that's a deep 3.
Under duress.
Now Howard with numbers. Bounce pass ahead. Mitchell running the floor, lays it in. Austin's been held to 4 points in the first half. Here is Clark. Launches and hits.
The other thing they're trying to speak into existence is 6 or 7 players averaging double figures. They believe it.
Backdoor pass there from Clark to Kelsey Mitchell.
The last season and into this year. Such a great backdoor cut.
That all-star duo came over in the offseason. Clark trying to shake Howard. Clark steps back and knocks it down.
That's the kind of screen I'm talking about.
Mitchell
right there.
Back for Clark and hits a 3.
She takes Ryan Howard out. Howard's responsibility is not to let.
5-second differential, shot clock and game clock. Under 20 seconds to go in the first half. Atlanta has led for nearly the entirety of it. Fever are back within 4. Clark bouncing. Boston finishing. Clark from the mid-range connects for 2.
And then right here. Boy, you've grown to love watching it.
That is just that signature Caitlin Clark shot. She will launch. Oh, yes! Caitlin Clark's fifth three. On the night, our Indiana Members Credit Union winning combination is Boston to Clark. We've seen her hit some impressive shots over her short time in Indiana, Debbie. That is right up there with them.
They're down 11 to start the fourth quarter in 2 minutes, 2.5 minutes.
Reiner turns. That shot's too strong. Howard with the rebound. Indiana down by 6 with 1:50 to go. Clark turns on the Jets. Clark lays it in.
There's that drag screen.
Bounce it for Boston. Boston lays it in. It's a 2-point game.
Caitlin, we know very well she likes to let it fly from the left. Pulls up, baseline, good to go.
It was the hesitation that got that shot to go. You know what? That's been a few times they went down to the end of the shot clock as Howard slips through and Caitlin Clark finds her. Last season's assist leader.
It's how Caitlin Clark starts the initiative quickly. Sophie Cunningham. Ryan Howard, Caitlin Clark finding a way to miss.
Excellent.
Shifty getting into the paint.
Pedal, and she's stayed in it mentally right here. She does a little hezzy. Spin move, gets Howard.
And now you see Phoebish starting off on Caitlin Clark. New York was pretty coy about how they would defend her. Boston, the roll, the catch, and puts it in for two.
When Clark and Boston play through the middle,
Sabrina short on the jumper.
well, you want to make Sabrina dribble into her shots if possible.
Mitchell gets behind the secondary and puts it in. A torrid start.
As soon as Clark gets the basketball, if you run hard and run a... New York is doing a really good job of getting into the vision of Caitlin Clark early.
Clark steps on the gas, goes right by Stewart, and picks up the foul.
Give her a straight line to the bucket. And because Indiana's pushing with such great pace, you're...
When you have players like Ionescu and Caitlin Clark, the way that you defend them, your team slants, Boston galloping to the cup, and the connection works again.
Their personnel. They went through a really detailed defensive scout yesterday.
Clark, a tough bucket, and another and one opportunity.
And right here, when you get the defender on your hips.
Catch and finish, and to your point, those right-handed layups.
I mean, they have 9 baskets, and I have one officially with 7 right-handed layups.
The most recent. Clark over the top, Boston.
The pass is exactly on the target hand. Now Caitlin's going to wait for Aaliyah Boston here.
Goes over the top, Boston, the catch fading away, goes off the glass.
Really nice job of loading to the strong side.
You're seeing a lot of one-pass shot, no-pass shot possessions for New York. Clark, step back three. Oh, she hit it and draws the foul. Welcome back, Caitlin Clark.
Nothing energizes this crowd more than a Caitlin Clark step back. And look at Aaliyah Boston's reaction.
Clark gets it. She's got time. Cloud defending. Clark trying to create some airspace. Long three at the horn. Oh! Caitlin Clark right.
It was 5 dribbles, not 4, but enough to create separation.
That's the end of the third quarter. Indiana 76, New York 68.
It's the first time Kennedy Burke has missed a 3 in the last 3 games. She had made 7 in a row over her last 2.
Nicely done to get it inside to Mitchell.
Caitlin Clark, eyes always up. You see her there, tongue wagging. What a great look to see how she threads the needle to Kelsey Mitchell.
1 rebound more a game than their opponents. Miss for Ionescu, and here comes Clark. This is one thing you get with Clark is great pace and great passes. Found Boston perfectly. Caitlin Clark last played for Indiana against New York, and now she takes it in off glass and has a chance for a 3-point play.
Bringing the ball down, looking inside. Aaliyah Boston not open. Look at that crossover, then the spin.
And Cunningham is down behind the play, but they've got Caitlin Clark. to fire away from three. Cunningham just now getting up as she stayed down near the free throw line on the other end.
Two players with incredible up.
Seconds for Caitlin. She hit all 3 threes.
And not only 9 and 30, but look at the depth on these field goal attempts. She's certainly feeling it. Left side.
Clark, another long three. She's back. Points in the quarter, including 3 long-range threes to get Indiana to within 2. Clark directing traffic. And then steps back with the 3 over Brianna Stewart.
Watch the reaction with one another. Stewie's laughing. Caitlin knows it's ridiculous. Just out there having a good time with it all.
Now Caitlin going to drive around Stewart. Hull left open momentarily, and she nailed it. Who's the first? This one? Caitlin Clark! Feeling the 3.
Get her shot going from deep, deep range here.
New York has missed 7 straight shots. Caitlin challenged Sabally and won it. Clark nails it.
The New York Liberty came out and threw the first punch in this quarter, but what a response from the Indiana Fever. That is a great contest.
Boston told Mitchell to slow down and get it over to Clark. And then a perfect bounce pass with Hull working the baseline.
She hit 3 of those her last visit here. Rivers is an impressive-looking rookie out of NC State, but Boston on the other end finishes, and it's a 6-0 run for Indiana.
It was chippy the last time these two teams faced off, too. Sophie Cunningham suffered her ankle injury in that game, but in addition to that, she actually had part of her front tooth knocked out. She made contact with J.C. Sheldon as Caitlin Clark knocks down the triple.
She averaged 28.1 feet and 7 triples. And keep in mind, the Fever had 17 as a team.
Oh, and what a bounce pass into a cutting Dantas.
But what people don't talk about enough is how hard you have to work to be able to be that good. All the hours that she's spent perfecting her craft.
Retreating, firing, and hitting.
So she can do that.
On Indiana arguing the call.
I mean, step back, you're late. She almost looks you in the eye and says.
But off the backboard and into the hands of Mabry. Oh, Clark just took it away. It's a 2-on-1. Clark, bounce pass, pretty find, and Mitchell won't miss from there.
You're always trying to get numbers. Right here, the pick, and you got a 2-on-1. She looks like she's pulling up and then drops the dime.
3rd year in her WNBA in terms of setting up her teammates. Clark behind the back, feed inside. 2 more for Howard.
She just texts me. She never texts me during the game.
All right. Here is Clark, splashing home a 3 from way downtown. Kelly escorting her back to the bench.
J.C. Sheldon is there with her hand in her face.
Clark. Down low, Howard again. And Natasha Howard's got 6 points.
Caitlin 0 for 2 from the floor so far this afternoon. Stokes got to take it away by Clark. He read it perfectly. Here she is on the move, has Howard, and caught her in mid-step. With the miss, Vegas has missed 5 straight shots. Caitlin already with 3 assists and gets it over to Hull.
Her way left. She's so difficult to defend.
Her first basket, missed her first 3 shots of the game. A terrific bounce pass. Clark on the money to Boston. In the post-Diana Taurasi era, Alyssa Thomas leading the league in assists. Right behind her is Caitlin Clark.
Double drag screens continue to work well for the Indiana Fever, and that time again.
Always such a high percentage shooter. Here she is out on Caitlin, who shoots over her and hits a 3. You saw her do it over Brianna Stewart.
The fall defensively. I mean, this is as good as it gets. High hand. Here it is again. Caitlin just uses that speed to blow by the defense. It looked like Vegas trying to snap a 3-game losing streak. Stokes out on Clark, but she finds Boston. We're 1 for 16 in her last 2 games from distance for Caitlin, who scores on the drive. Inside a minute. Caitlin took it away from Young.
Fans on their feet, 18,000 strong here. A sold-out crowd at Climate Pledge Arena. Dumping it low, Aaliyah Boston gets great low post position and scores the first bucket of the game. Palpable right now. Will McKay with it. Backdoor cutting to Wheeler, but it's turned over. 2-on-1 the other way. Caitlin Clark going right in at Diggins, who attempts to block the shot. No call. She only has 21 free throws this season, but it's actually more than she had last season, so she really didn't get the calls last year. And a layup.
On the other end defensively, always take it up a notch. That offense leads to better defense.
Clark gets by Clark. Caitlin by Alicia and sets up the 3-ball by Dantas. And looky here, looky here. 3-point shooting. Starting to look Seattle's way. Boston running the other way. How about Boston on the catch in transition?
Just a gorgeous.
21 of their 28 all-time home matchups against Indiana. That is their best record against any team. And Caitlin Clark knocks down just her almost another offensive rebound, though, by Boston, but Seattle has it. Ooh, there's a wolf right there, and it's stolen away. Clark up top. Lexi Hull pump fakes Cook and scores.
From the Clark injury. Clark crossing over on the drive, steps back and knocks it down.
Here we go, Pat. 2 feet in the paint. Separate. Bucket.
Back from injury. Semi Benley lays that one in.
Look at the attack. How quickly up the floor.
And Clark hits a 3. The Fever have hit 4 straight shots.
Up the floor. Again, so good at.
Look how quickly Indiana gets in transition. That's just such a change with Clark on the floor and a cutting Howard for 2.
And then in transition, once you take the.
Clark launching and hitting.
5 and 29 feet in this league. Then Caitlin Clark. Back-to-back triples for the Fever. Big and strong.
Late launches and misses. This time it's Cunningham. Ahead to Clark. 3-on-2. Clark lofts it up, dips and pulls it down and lays it in. What a first quarter for Jordan Canada, who's got 10 points. As Clark pounces for Howard, flips it in with a foul.
Gets to the rim, and then just a nice option right here. Howard doing a great job of sliding into her.
Howard pulls down the rebound, and here is Clark. Clark feed inside. Mitchell with the reverse. Gray launches, and too strong on that 3-ball. All pulls it down. 3 blue jerseys are back. All into the teeth of the defense. Clark fading and hitting. Oh, a collision on the top of your screen there with McDonald in Canada. Cunningham circles around. Handoff Clark. Clark muscles her way inside. Shot clock down to 5. Flips it up. Gets it to go. And a foul.
By Indiana, and it results in a little post-up opportunity for Clark. There's the bump and the foul. The and one up. Pat, it is exceptionally loud in here tonight. It's usually loud, but it's really loud tonight.
Clark, the hesitation, draws the foul, lays it in, and one. Caitlin Clark.
Handling a little bit of a bump here and playing through, keeping her focus on the finish.
She will be first before it's all said and done. Atlanta loses Cunningham. And just like that, Indiana has gone up by 9. She's hit 3 threes. But no bucket easier than that tonight. Couldn't finish when she got there. Now here is Clark. Eyes ahead. Lob inside. Finds Boston right on the money. Cunningham coming out of nowhere to get the offensive rebound. Indiana has 10 of them tonight, and Boston cashes in.
Lee Rue the other night had a season high 18 points. Here's Boston turning the corner. Dishing to Hull. Extra feed Clark. A deep three. You bet!
Told us before the game that in her last game, she thought her first one was going in, and this one does, and watch the reaction. Her previous 5 games, she was...
And he actually brought up stats from a shooting slump Steph Curry went through. She said that made her feel a lot better. That pass will as well. Right on the money to Mitchell. Guys, Azuda. Off to Beckers.
There's the trap.
Yeah, been trapped more lately, and Clark comes up with a steal. Here's Clark to go in for the lay. The signage around this city has been incredible in anticipation of All-Star. Nice lead there. Clark to Howard for 2.
Cunningham attacked the closeout.
Clark, the rejection of Quinterly. Clark, the flick ahead. Oh, beautifully done. Touchdown, Fever.
In the air, gives Caitlin Clark the target. Barely over the fingertips of Hines Allen. Beautiful, beautiful pass. Catch, in stride, finish. Beautiful basketball.
Here's Clark being hawked by Isaiah James. Clark sidestepping 3 is good.
See that Caitlin Clark, when the defense was all up on her, wanted to do something about it. And right there, talk about bearing the load of the weight on her left leg. She does it in the celebration.
Clark backing down Quinterly. 6 to shoot, fading away and dropping it in. Beautiful. Here's Clark off the screen. Through the lane, feeds Howard. Another assist for Clark. That's 13 as Howard is up to 18 points.
Pass in, little on-ball action, and just the fling over the shoulder.
Sheldon is going to keep the pressure on Clark. You see Tina Charles with the responsibility of guarding Aaliyah Boston. High hedge on the ball screen on Clark.
Inside perfectly. Nelson Adota can't get it to fall. Clark has yet to take a shot. There's the first one, and it goes in. Offensive rebound by Nelson Adota, and this time she was stuffed by Howard. Hall spots up and nails it.
And she continues to stack them. Create some distance at the top.
Cunningham on the baseline.
I mean, Sophie Cunningham has moved so confidently tonight. Clark in the assist here. Just a little hesitation there, but the patience.
Caitlin Clark has scored the last 9 points for Indiana. Patented bounce pass.
Yeah, she kind of pull up. A little bit of a jerk motion to stop her momentum